Yes.
One question I would have for you as well is, one of the things you speak on as you talk to a lot of people as well is like finding your dream career. And I would be curious, like, how would you say, and I know we could probably be here for a long time talking about this, but, in a nutshell, how would you say someone can really find their dream career?
Yeah, I think it starts with being very clear on who you are. Like at the core of the essence of who you are, what are you naturally, innately good at? Typically, those things help you to identify what it is that you would associate with a dream career path. It is through the things that we do naturally and well. Some of us are multifaceted, so we do a lot of things well. So for those persons, it's narrowing it down. But I'm not a person who does a lot of things well. I do very few things very well. And one of them is working with children. So first, identifying what you naturally, innately do very well without very little training. No one taught you. And it does something inside of you. There's a release of endorphins, which is a feel-good hormone, or feel-good release in your body. The same release you get from working out, having sex, laughing at a good movie, eating chocolate, or enjoying the company of your loved ones. That release you will get when you're doing something that you love. And so after you've identified what you're naturally good at, doing things that allow you to practice that skill. So you literally have to trial and error. Yeah. So I'll give you an example of this. I knew I was good at working with kids. I realized that when I was hired to work at a summer camp. At the summer camp, we had this big talent showcase at the end. And I enjoyed putting the talent showcase together. That meant editing the music, doing the choreography. Yeah. We won 1 year. We won first place. I was so surprised because it was very competitive. And that gave me the opportunity to teach cheerleading or to be a cheerleading coach at a local high school using transferable skills. I had a chance to coach high school girls, and I was young. I was 6 years older than them. So I look like them, actually. Yeah. And those are a lot of different ways to practice working and developing relationships with young people. Right. And I had a chance to private tutor. So I had a lot of experience to test out working with children.
Right.
And
I love
that is how I found my path. I call it the hot zone, when your ideal industry meets your desire or passion area. Yeah. So you only do it through trial and error, but I think the root of it starts at identifying what am I really good at and that I really enjoy.
Right. Yeah. And I love it too. It's when you know the thing that you enjoy, trying many different things to fulfill that need, because it's just like you said, working with kids, perfect example. There's a quadrillion different ways that you can do that, but you're never going to find your hot spot. You call it hot zone. Hot zone. If you don't try the different things. And I think it's, it's also taking that amount of self-discipline to say I'm going to try something. And if it doesn't align with me, I'm going to allow myself to say no, even if it pays me. And the analogy of money being an anchor, I think that's so real too. It's you have to have the discipline to say this isn't fulfilling my soul. Let me step into abundance versus scarcity and know that I can step and try something else, and that's going to lead me in the right way.
Wow, that's powerful, Stu.
Abundance is the key. I think if we can live in an abundance mindset as we go through the process of figuring out our life, it's such a staple, because so many times we get stuck in scarcity. We'll go, well, this pays the bills. Well, that I'm happy 2 days a week, or I like that one little thing about it. But the reality is that's scarcity talking. When we live in an abundant world, you can create anything you want, but you have to be willing to take the step of faith and say, I'm going to step into abundance and believe that this is going to work out. Easier said than done, It
is easier said than done. And I feel like you can do it alongside of doing something that you don't. Everything that you see, I've built it while working full time. I still work full time. No one believes me when I say that. They're like, how? When do you have time? I've mastered how to manage my time. And I don't say that lightly, but I do. I think it's possible. I do. I think it's possible. And if I had not, I would have never had the time. Would have never had the time to build this. This is year 8. And this year we're very close to making 6 figures for the first time. I was in the red for 5 years.
Let's go.
The first time someone hired me was 5 years after I had already launched. So I think it's a matter of, like you said, abundance, commitment, and just being And to be honest, it was so fulfilling. It didn't even feel like 5 years of being unpaid.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it. You're like a time ninja. So cool. I also work full time as well and do these things too. So I feel you in the sense of like if you want it bad enough, if you're committed, you find the time. You know what I mean? It's like the cliche saying, if it's important, you'll make time for it. So
Yep, you will.
heck yeah.